Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to All Up on My Deck. I'm Marcel, co-host of Monday Night Magic on the MTGcast.com network. But this is All Up on My Deck. Now, what All Up on My Deck is, I make an original deck built around an underutilized mechanic card or theme. I test the deck, post my results, rebuild the deck, retest the deck, rinse and repeat till either I get a refined deck or I consider it a fail. Now, I encourage feedback and will incorporate good ideas in future deck builds. All credit will be given. Now, let's move on to this episode's deck idea. So this episode's deck idea is called Fully Equipped Goblins. The inception of this deck came from my desire to interact with Spike-Shot Elder. I wanted to increase this creature's power so that when I activated its ability, it would do more than 1 point of damage. I wanted to achieve this through more permanent means than creature pump spells via equipments and enchantments. Because I'm uncomfortable building a deck around a single card, I wanted to find as many other creatures that would interact well with equipments and enchantments. So next is 4 copies of Goblin Cavalier. I feel this will be an effective 1-drop and another outlet for equipments. His second ability will make him quite powerful, and Trample will ensure that damage will get through. There's 3 copies of Beastbreaker or Bala Geed. I feel he's an effective 2-drop that can prove to be powerful late game due to his level up ability. He's in the deck as a pure beatdown stick. There's 3 copies of Geru's Companion. This is another beatdown stick for the deck. 3/2 for 2 mana is very efficient casting cost, and Trample will prove to be effective, especially with equipments and enchantments attached to it. There's 2 copies of Warren Instigator. I mainly got this creature in for his double strike ability, which will combo well with equipments and enchantments. I do have a number of goblins in the deck, so if I am able to activate his second ability, it'll just be icing on the cake. There's 4 copies of Cunning Spark Mage, which is my favorite red card in Standard right now. This is a very powerful card that becomes even more powerful when comboed with Basilisk Collar. There's 3 copies of the time-shifted card Bloodshot Trainee. This is another equipment and enchantment outlet so that he can pump up his power and activate his ability. He is at the top of the mana curve, and I hope that doesn't become a problem for this deck. I decided to run with 3 different Umbras because I feel they're effective enchantments that protect creatures via their totem armor ability. There's 3 copies of Boar Umbra, which is very powerful with its +3/+3 enhancement. Next is 2 copies of Snake Umbra, which isn't as powerful as Boar, but combos well with Spike-Shot Elder and Cunning Spark Mage, so when you ping an opponent, you draw a card as well. And last is 2 copies of Bear Umbra. This is an experimental card that I hope combos well with Spike-Shot Elder, opening up mana after you attack so that you can activate its ability. Let's see if this card actually works out. There are 6 singleton equipments in this deck, each with their own unique abilities. I wanted to see which ones work best with the deck and which ones didn't. First is Basilisk Collar. This card combos very well with Cunning Spark Mage and Spike-Shot Elder, providing instant kills when targeting the creature. Next is Infiltration Lens, the supposedly fixed Skull Clamp. I really hope that this card works out, making it difficult for my opponents to block creatures, and if they do, I get the 2-card bonus. I have Trusty Machete as the beatdown stick equipment for the deck. This is an effective card for its casting cost. I have Livewire Lash to interact well with the Umbras, while also making my creatures more difficult to target. Sword of Vengeance is a hell of equipment providing a number of abilities and a power bonus. Although it is a bit expensive to cast and equip to a creature, it is still very powerful once it hits the board. Last but not least is Sword of Body of Mind. Yes, this card is a little powerful for the casual room, but I'm not going to play an equipment deck without it. It's a powerful card and I expect it to do well on the battlefield. I'm running with the standard dual land set, 4 Copperline Gorges, 4 Raging Ravines, and 2 Rootbound Craigs. I feel that this will be the right balance of dual lands for the deck. I also have 6 forests and 8 mountains. So this brings the land count to 24, and I feel this will be the right amount for the deck. So let's test this deck, see how it does out there on the field. Check out the deck test, and we'll get back to you at the next episode. How All Up on My Deck will work is that each episode will be a deck build, which is the video you just watched, where I'll go over the cards and break down the strategy behind the deck. Following that will be at least 2 deck test videos, one containing footage of the deck winning, one of that losing, which will give you an idea of how the deck performs on the field. The following episode will be a continuation deck build, along with its own deck test, and I'll continue that cycle until I move to a new deck idea. I will revisit older deck ideas if new cards come out that benefit the deck or I continue to receive good feedback. Remember that deck builds are influenced by your feedback, so please send me your suggestions, opinions, card ideas, or even mistakes I'm making. I could be reached at email at alluponmydeck.com, website coming soon, or through YouTube and Twitter at alluponmydeck, and of course on mtgcast.com. So check out the deck test videos in the next episode of All Up On My Deck.